The Titanic had a sister ship. Same company, same designer, same steel, same fate, but almost nobody knows her name. Her name was Britannic, and she sank exactly 4 years after her sister. 3 White Star liners: Olympic, Titanic, Britannic, the triple sisters of the White Star Line. Same hull design, same engines, same 9 decks, same grand staircase, same luxury, the pride of British engineering. Olympic sailed for 24 years without incident. A perfect career. Titanic sank on her very first voyage. 1,500 people died. And Britannic, the youngest, the most improved, the one they built to be unsinkable. She sank on her 6th voyage, in 55 minutes. This is her story, the one you never heard. November 26, 1916. The Aegean Sea. The First World War is tearing Europe apart. A hospital ship cuts through the morning mist. White hull, green stripes, giant red crosses painted on her sides. HMHS Britannic, His Majesty's hospital ship. She is the largest hospital ship in the world. She is carrying 1,065 people. Wounded soldiers, nurses, doctors, crew. She is heading to pick up more wounded from the Gallipoli campaign. The ship is enormous, 882 feet long, 46,000 tons, the same length as Titanic. But she has been modified. After Titanic sank, they redesigned everything. The hull was doubled, a second skin of steel inside the first. The bulkheads were raised higher. They went all the way up to B-deck. On Titanic, they only reached E-deck. That was the fatal flaw. Water spilled over the top of the bulkheads like an ice cube tray. On Britannic, that could not happen. And the lifeboats? Titanic had 20. Not enough. Britannic had 58. More than enough for everyone on board. They fixed every single mistake. This ship was supposed to be unsinkable. And for 5 voyages she was... But on the 6th voyage, the sea had other plans. 8:12 in the morning. The sea is calm. The sky is clear. The ship is steaming at full speed. 21 knots. Captain Charles Bartlett is on the bridge. He has been a captain for 30 years. He is experienced. He is careful. Below him, nurses are tending to wounded soldiers in the wards. The lower decks are warm. The Mediterranean sun heats the steel hull. The nurses do something that seems completely harmless. They open the portholes just to get some fresh air. It is a small thing, a human thing. Nobody thinks twice about it. Those open portholes are about to kill people. At 8:12 and 12 seconds, the world breaks open. A tremendeuse explosion. The entire ship shudders. A German submarine had laid a mine in the shipping channel. One mine. A single mine the size of a small car. It detonates against the bow on the starboard side. The explosion tears a hole in the hull. But here's the thing. The double hull works. The inner skin holds. The damage is contained. By every engineering calculation, the ship should survive. The bulkheads are holding. The double hull is holding. The damage is limited to the first 3 compartments. This is exactly the scenario they designed for. This is exactly what they fixed after Titanic. But something goes wrong. The explosion damages the watertight doors between the firemen's tunnels. Water finds a path that the engineers never anticipated. It bypasses the bulkheads through the tunnel system, and then the open portholes. The nurses opened them hours ago. They're still open. The bow is slowly dipping. The portholes that were above the waterline are now below it. Water starts pouring through them. Not trickling, pouring, like someone turned on a fire hose in every ward. Each porthole is a hole in the ship below the waterline, and there are dozens of them open. Captain Bartlett does not know about the portholes yet. He assesses the damage. The bulkheads are holding. The double hull is holding. He believes the ship can be saved. He makes a decision. He will try to beach her. There is a shallow bay nearby. If he can run the ship aground, she will not sink. He orders full speed ahead. The engines surge. The propellers start spinning at maximum power. The ship accelerates toward the shore, but the speed makes everything worse. The forward motion pushes water into the hull faster. The bow drops lower. More portholes go underwater. More water pours in. The ship begins to list to starboard. Slowly at first, then faster. The nurses finally realize what is happening. They try to close the portholes, but the ship has listed so far that some portholes are already underwater. They cannot reach them. The water is flowing in too fast. The list reaches 20 degrees, then 30. Captain Bartlett finally realizes the ship is lost. He orders the lifeboats launched, but he forgets one thing. He forgets to stop the engines. The propellers are still spinning at full power. 2 lifeboats are lowered on the starboard side. The crew pulls the release hooks. The boats drop into the water, and then the current catches them. The ship is still moving forward at 15 knots. The propellers are churning the water behind the ship into a whirlpool. The 2 lifeboats are dragged backward toward the propellers. The people in the boat scream. They row desperately, but they cannot fight the current. The boats are pulled into the spinning bronze blades. The propellers are 28 feet across. Each blade weighs tons. They hit the first lifeboat, and it simply ceases to exist. Wood and people and rope and canvas become a cloud of debris. The second lifeboat hits the propeller a moment later. The same thing. 21 people die in those propellers. Not from the mine, not from drowning, from the propellers of their own ship. The same propellers that were supposed to carry them home. Captain Bartlett finally orders the engine stopped, but it is too late for those 21 people. The ship is now listing at 35 degrees. The remaining lifeboats are launched. The nurses help the wounded soldiers into them. Some soldiers are on stretchers. They cannot move. The nurses tie the stretchers to the lifeboats and lower them over the side. The sea is calm. The water is warm. It is November in the Aegean. The Mediterranean is still 58 degrees. People can survive in it for hours. And then the ship does something unexpected. She rolls over, completely. The hull flips upside down. The keel rises out of the water. The 3 massive propellers point at the sky. And then she goes down. 55 minutes. From mine to ocean floor. 55 minutes. Titanic took 2 hours and 40 minutes. Britannic sank 3 times faster. Despite every fix. Despite the double hull. Despite the raised bulkheads. Despite the 58 lifeboats. Because of open portholes. Because of the propellers. Because of one single mine. 1,035 people survive. 30 people die. 6 from the propellers. The rest from drowning and exposure. The survivors are picked up by British warships and a Greek fishing boat. The captain survives. He is the last person to leave the ship. He swims to a lifeboat and watches his ship disappear. The British government classifies the wreck. It is a war grave. No one is allowed to dive it. For 60 years, the Britannic lies in silence. 375 feet down. The largest shipwreck in the world. Larger than Titanic. She lies on her starboard side, not upside down as some reported. The hull is intact. The damage from the mine is visible. A hole the size of a house in the bow. But the rest of the ship is remarkably preserved. The cold, deep water has protected her. In 1975, Jacques Cousteau found her. He brought his research vessel Calypso to the Kea Channel. He sent divers down. They were the first humans to see Britannic in 60 years. The grand staircase was still there. The glass dome above it was still intact. Cabins still had their fixtures. The ship was a time capsule, a perfectly preserved piece of 1916. Cousteau said it was the most beautiful wreck he had ever seen. Today, the Britannic is still there, still on her side, still mostly intact. She is a protected war grave. Diving requires special permits. Only a few people have ever been inside her. 3 sisters, 3 fates. Olympic sailed for 24 years. She was scrapped in 1935. A long and successful career. Know this. No desastres. Titanic sank on her first voyage. 1,500 people died. The most famous shipwreck in history. Britannic sank on her 6th voyage. 30 people died. Almost forgotten. 3 identical ships. Same designer. Same steel. Same company. But 3 completely different destinies. The lesson of Britannic is not about engineering. They fixed the engineering. The double hull worked. The bulkheads worked. The lifeboats worked. The lesson is about the things you cannot plan for. The open portholes. The propellers still turning. The single mine in a vast ocean. You cannot engineer away every variable. You cannot plan for every human decision. The Titanic had a sister. She sank too, and now you know her name. Britannic.